Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. We're going to talk about a couple more value stock ideas now with Tracey Ryniec, our value stock analyst at Zacks.com, and a couple of real familiar names. In fact, as we sit here and talk on the 8th of February, one company, Skechers, SKX, the ticker symbol, was actually represented in the Super Bowl.
It was. Yes, they had that kind of interesting ad with Joe Montana. And actually they were highlighting one of their best products right now, which are these shape-up shoes. I don't know if you've seen them, Terry.
I have not.
They're the ones that are like kind of rounded on the bottom, and their slogan is, you know, get in shape without going to the gym, because it's supposed to work out like your legs and various other muscles. But they're really popular.
Obviously, I don't wear those. So.
Right. They're for men and women, and it's products like these that is really driving Skechers results. You know, they just announced a great quarter coming up. They had record third quarter results a couple months ago, and now they're seeing it again. They announced record sales for the fourth quarter, plus earnings per share of over 50 cents a share. Mm-hmm. They didn't say exactly what, just at least 50 cents a share.
I see.
They don't report until this week, actually, or early next week, I think it is actually. But you know, analysts were at 19 cents, so at least 50 cents pretty much blows it away. So you can see from the estimates that they're jumping for the year, and for, you know, next year, 2010, are just soaring, and they should, because the, you know, sales are just crazy on these popular products, and kind of, you know, the Super Bowl is kind of leading to that, because once a product gets on something like that,
right,
you know, more people sit up and take notice. So the Skechers brand is just doing things right now. The stock has really bounced off that March low, as we keep talking about, and especially because the retails have done well. It has seen a little bit of a downturn in the last, you know, couple weeks because of the pullback, but, you know, the stock's trading around 14 times earnings, so it's, you know, not super expensive, which is why I'm talking about it. It's Zacks #1, and things look pretty good, and we'll hear more from them, you know, next week on what the rest of their numbers are looking at. But yeah, Skechers has some buzz right here.
Yeah, it's interesting though that retail stocks don't necessarily indicate consumer spending.
No.
Because the stocks can act independently of what the consumer is doing for a variety of other reasons.
Right. And some of that is also inventory control, which we did see from Skechers. Like a lot of the retailers, they really pared back the inventories. So they're running like a lean machine right here. And these shape-up shoes and some of their other popular products are kind of spurring it on.
Then there's Whirlpool, WHR, the ticker symbol that you wrote about recently. Now they make a variety of home appliance products.
They do. And you might think, you know, Whirlpool wouldn't be doing real well right now, because their products are used in the home, and who's buying, you know, the new stoves or dishwashers and things like that right now, which has been the case over the last couple of quarters for them. You know, they saw a real big downturn in North America and Europe, which are their two biggest markets. But the interesting thing that we've seen is a turnaround in Latin America and Asia. And Latin America, I mean, it's just exploded for them. They've seen sales were up 52% in just this last quarter, in the fourth quarter, to over $1 billion, which is just huge. They're seeing a big uptick in Brazil, which is kind of their key market down there, because Brazil's middle class is expanding.
Those don't represent new markets, do they?
No, they've been in there for a while.
But it's resurgence.
Yes, and the Brazilian government has offered a credit for home buying down there, and a couple other good home buying programs that are really boosting home purchases, which is then, what are you going to need? You're going to need appliances.
Sure, yeah.
So they see good things in 2010 from Brazil, in like shipping volumes and things like that. So, you know, that combined with Asia, but Asia is a really small percentage, but they saw a 34% increase in sales in Asia. But if they keep, you know, pumping up those two markets, that's helping boost the bottom line. They did see a 4% increase in North America, which the analysts really liked, and a 2% in Europe, so that's better than where they have been. So things seem to have kind of stabilized in the developed markets that they're in. But, you know, the analysts are pushing up estimates pretty big here for 2010, because they beat big this last quarter. Things look pretty positive for them overall. They like where they stand right here. The chart, again, they bounced off the March low and saw quite big gains. They were treading down until this last earnings report, and they got a boost off the earnings report, and then we'll kind of just see where it goes from here. It's trading only at about 11 times, so it's not, you know, very expensive here, and they're also Zacks #1 because the estimates are really jumping.
Do you own either of these two?
I do not.
All right, we have other Zacks Rank stock pick ideas for you on our homepage at Zacks.com. We put 4 new ones up daily, one in each of the investing categories written about And then you can link off of those to archives of others in those investing categories. With Tracey Ryniec, I'm Terry Ruffolo.